Whether you are looking to build a new career or kickstart that new idea that you've got,
Microsoft Reactor connects you with the developers and startups that share your goals.
Learn new skills, meet new peers, and discover the latest in technology.
Events are running around the clock, so join us anytime, anywhere.
Reactors are communities to connect. We want you to meet real developers and entrepreneurs just like you. Here you can get skilled up and learn from our product experts in the Microsoft Cloud and in open source. So watch us on demand and share your own perspective as we live stream in communities all around the world.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode from the Copilot Chronicles series. My name is Rashmita, and I am the event planner for Microsoft Reactor India. I'm here today joined by our very own host, Kamal, and of course, our special guest speaker, Dinesh. But before we start the session, I would request you all to please read our code of conduct. We are all here to learn together, so please be respectful of other people's views, understanding of differences, be kind and considerate in the way you engage. The chat section is open throughout, and we do encourage you all to participate. Our speaker will answer all your questions during the session, so please feel free to drop all your questions in the chat section. With this, let me bring in Kamal, our host for today's session, into the StreamYard. Thank you all once again and enjoy the session. Hey, Kamal.
Hey Rashmita, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just under the weather, but all good. How are you?
Absolutely good. But hope you get well soon. Uh,
Thank you so much.
yeah, thank you so much again for being there, and welcome everybody to the another episode of Copilot Chronicles. It's always great to be back, and thank you so much for all your comments, responses that we're receiving for the Copilot Chronicles, and the overwhelming response. So, without further ado, we will wait. There's a slight delay with the speaker, so before that, I'll just let you know what today's talk is all about the speaker, and there are a few announcements that I have to make, and by then we will have the speaker joining. So today's topic is more on how you can craft your custom agent with Microsoft Copilot Studio. This is one of the interesting topic and most requested topic on Copilot Studio. And for this, we have our very own old MVP, who's always been a amazing person. He's an MVP, and he's always shown interest in getting more into the research part. So where he'll focus more on the product side and scaling with ease with demos. And he'll also guide us how to enable or build custom Copilot that kind of integrates seamlessly with your enterprise data, which is very important at the end of the day, and the workflows related. So we have Dinesh, who's right now the lead product manager at TNQ Tech with more than 12 plus years of experience, specialized in low code, modern data tech, and cloud technology. So definitely looking forward for the session. So Rashmita, just give me a heads up when Dinesh is in. We will
Sure.
start with the session. And coming to
Absolutely.
the, yeah, thank you. And coming to the announcement part, we do have a Copilot camp running throughout the globe with more than 30 plus cities. And we have Sydney and Toronto coming on, getting launched on December 12th. So if you have, or if you are available there, or you have any of your friends who would like to be a part of this camp where we would talk about the declarative agent, custom Copilot agent, how to build one. And because this is going to be purely a hands-on session, you will get to try. The speakers will demo it. We'll have a amazing product demo by the industry experts. We'll have a keynote as well as an open discussion panel where we would have all the queries answered by the team of experts. So this is happening in Sydney and Toronto on December 12th. So I will leave the link in the comment section. So if you are present in these cities, do register. And Also, stay tuned. We would be very soon launching in India, from Bangalore, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Chennai, and few other places. So we will keep you posted with the dates, venue, and who are the team coming here. And also, we would be having the AI tour coming up in Bangalore, where we would have Satya coming in person, attending, giving a keynote, and we have a lot of breakout sessions also available. So stay tuned, and that's happening on Jan 7th. If you haven't registered for it, I would suggest go ahead to the Microsoft official AI tour page. Look out for Bangalore or the cities that you're available, wherever the AI tour is happening, and get yourself registered. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you all, meeting you in person. And we are also coming up with a lot of breakout sessions where you get to try the hands-on lab. And we'll also be launching the Copilot Dev Camp in India very soon. So stay tuned for it. And yeah, Rashmita, is Dinesh in?
Not yet, Kamal, not yet.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
s- so in the meantime, we'll just wait, maybe
Mm-hmm.
give him another couple of minutes for him to join us.
Okay. All right. So, in the meantime, if the audience have any questions related to the Copilot Camp, or anything related to the Microsoft related technology, anything related to the Copilot Studio, M365, do leave your comments, and I would be glad to assist you or answer the questions, or reach it to the right team, or help you with few more guidance as how you could do it. Okay, so I just got an update. The speaker is joining in a minute. So yeah.
Rashmita, have joined.
Okay. Yes, I see Dinesh has already joined us. Hey, hi, Dinesh. Uh,
Hi.
Also, if you can share your presentation, then I'll put it up for you.
Yes, one second. Is my voice clear?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. I'm sharing my entire screen. Rashmita, we don't have time to log in StreamYard in another tab. I'll be
Okay.
using this PowerPoint slide.
Mm-hmm.
It's not opening. And I'll be showing a couple
Take
of
your
demos
time.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Um, are you sharing a presentation, Dinesh?
I just shared. One second. I think it's
Yes.
disconnected.
Okay.
Yeah, now I have shared, Rashmita. Let me not start my camera.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
going with audio only.
Okay. Okay. So I can see your I can't see the presentation though, but I'll just put it up for you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now it's up, Dinesh.
Yeah. So, Dinesh, welcome to Copilot Chronicles. Thank you so much. I know there are certain technical glitch that you could not attend at the earliest. So, yeah, the room is yours. So, go ahead. Looking forward for your session.
Thanks a lot, Rashmika. And thanks, Kamal. And also thanks, audience, for waiting up for 10 minutes. I know it's 10 minutes of all your time is so valuable, but due to some glitches, I'm not able to be on time. Apologies for that. So today, yes, I'm going to present about Microsoft Copilot Studio, right, where you will be able to create your own agent. And of course, um, we all know that like Microsoft already have the platform to create virtual chatbots, which has been there already. But still, uh, on a parallel note, after this Gen AI paradigm came up, Microsoft introduced the term as Copilot rather than using it as chatbot, right? So, and with the help of this Microsoft Copilot Studio, what you'll be able to do is you can create your own agent, right? You can create your own agent even without any technical knowledge. Okay, so that is the power of Microsoft Copilot Studio. We'll see on the way. I'll show you a demo as well. So where does it fits? Copilot Studio is one of the component in Microsoft Power Platform, right? Where you'll be able to build agents. Okay, so why am I not calling it as a chatbot and I'm calling it as agent? And also the name is also like Copilot Studio, right? So we'll see all these questions, take an answers for all these questions in some time. And you all know that agents are uh, uh, a better version than just being a conversational AI, right? So agents will be able to take decisions on its own based on the data or based on the user's question and take respective actions. That is what agents is uh, capable of. And you will be able to see that developers would have started to create agents where Gen AI implementation have already been there. Developers would have started to build agents with the help of different frameworks like LangChain or Llama Index and all those frameworks. But those are all for developers. But what about the business users? What about the product managers? What about the IT users who don't have much time? They want to create uh, such agents or intelligent chatbots as quick as possible, right? So that is where Copilot Studio plays its major role. Yeah, once again, as I told, Copilot is all about conversational AI, where agents plays an important role, and you will be able to build agents for your enterprises and also third parties as well, right? All, all you need is the data would be residing in the uh, Microsoft environment, which is nothing but the dataverse, right? Or another way, over the data that is present in Microsoft Dataverse, you will be able to create a chatbot. Okay, so that is the vice versa of both the things. So not just building an agent without code, you'll also be able to extend your Microsoft Copilot with your own enterprise scenarios. For example, let that agent be a help desk. Okay, so the help desk, of course, acts like a company. Company. Thank you. It's company. So help desk acts like a chatbot to answer users' query. But what about taking next actions? Let us say user is asking, "Hey, I have a issue with the airline ticket booking." Okay, so of course chatbot will be asking the ticket ID number and all those things. But once the issue is confirmed, the chatbot need to take some actions, right? Whether it need to be triggered to a human interference, or it can even trigger a ticket and give an SLA to the person who's been chatting and all those things. So likewise, we'll be able to extend Microsoft Copilot agent, which we create with Copilot Studio. So the agent lifecycle is all like this. So we are going to create an agent. We can chat over the knowledge, create specific topics, and we can create actions and plugins. There are multiple channels to deploy the agent. We can monitor and improve the agent, and we can extend it with Azure. Okay. Right. So let me create an agent that can chat over the data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be on this platform, Copilot Studio. I have already logged in, copilotstudio.microsoft.com. So what I'm going to do is click on create. So there will be a couple of templates, as you see here: safe travels, IT help desk, website Q&A, team navigator, and all those things, which I think you will be able to explore by yourself. But I can also create a new agent as well. Okay, I'll do both the things. So first, maybe I can check any of the template which I haven't tried so far. What can we do? Okay, probably we can go with the safe travels as well. So it is all about just giving up the name, description of the agent, instruction. Of course, Jenny is all about prompting. You need to mention that what your agent need to do, and you have to give the knowledge base for that, right? For example, if consider if there is a mission, and if it doesn't have any knowledge or data, it will not do anything, right? So if we are creating an agent, we need to give a knowledge as well. So that is what you can see over here, where you can add additional knowledge as well. So once I create, the agent setup process will begin. It will take some time. Yeah, so the agent is ready. What we can do is we can test the agent. I can simply ask, what can you do for me? So the agent itself gives me a couple of questions. What can I start with? So how do I get a passport? Let me ask a pre-setup question. So it is giving me the information like, to get a passport, you can follow the form and all those things, right? So it is a very simple chatbot we have built in just a matter of minutes, right? So you might be having your e-commerce retail website, or you might be having some internal needs. For example, you might be working in a HR team, and as HR person, you wish to build a chatbot, but it would need developers help right now, right? So without even developers help, you can simply build a chatbot on your own with a matter of simple clicks, like what I did, and deploy it in your company. So how to deploy it? Let me just show. Once I click on publish, it is something like saving the agent, or you can save like that. So Okay. So once the publish will take some time. In the meantime, I'll go through these 6 topics. So one among that is channels mainly, right? So now, as I told earlier, if you have you're a HR person, you want to deploy a chatbot with all companies' policies like insurance policy, health policy, leave policy, and all those things, right? So you can upload all those documents over here, right? It can be of any type, not just website. Even you can upload the text files as well, right? Text-based files. It could be of PDF, it could be of CSV, whatever it may be, right? All the data will be stored in database. So if you are already in Office 365 suite, uh, I think this is doable, right? Of course, you can check with your IT team for the permission, but it is doable, definitely, right? So once you have all the relevant documents updated over here, you can deploy the chatbot in whatever channels as you see here, right? And most opted channel to be deployed is Microsoft Teams, right? So once this is deployed as a this chatbot is deployed into Microsoft Teams, from within Microsoft Teams itself, users will be able to ask any of the question about the policy, and the bot will answer. Okay, so this is one way. And I told that monitoring the Copilot, right? So by default, Copilot Studio itself have certain metrics, as you see here. It have sessions, engagement, satisfaction score, what are the outcomes, and all those things. All these metrics will help you to understand that whether this bot is relevant or not, whether this bot is being used by the people or not, right? Not only collecting the qualitative data from users that in person or via contacting them directly, you can also analyze the agent's performance quantitatively as well, as you see here. Okay, so this is one another way to track the is there any activity to display. This is nothing but similar to analytics, but it is about if you have turned the generative AI for this chatbot on, certain metrics will be easily displayed over here. I'll show it in another bot. Okay, so what about the action? If you want to take up any specific action, you can add over here. And what about topics? So it is all about like for goodbye, how this need to be addressing. For greeting, how this need to be addressing. For thanking, how this need to be addressing, right? So such kind of topics you can add, and so that maybe in terms of domain related bots might be helpful with all those things. Okay, so yeah. Now I'll show on another bot which I have already created. Okay, so let me just open up a simple CSV file. So this is generally a sales file where you could see the order data and sales data, customer data, and all those things. Okay. As a data analyst or a product manager, we usually do analyze such data in either Excel or Power BI also, right? How about we create an agent, something called a sales insights bot that is able to do this data analysis for me. Okay. Now let me ask the same question. What can you do for me? In the meantime, give me a minute. I have deployed this in a small demo site. I'll just open it up here. Yeah. So as I told earlier, it is showing me the activity map, right? So what is happening while I'm testing the agent, it is also showing me the activity map, right? So when I'm asking, what can you do for me? It is saying that I can ask all the questions about order dates, customer name, segments, and all those things. Okay. So for example, let me ask some question. Top 10 sales. top 10 sales categories. So let me just go to activity tab, and we could see that the bot I have created and it is completed, and our activity is saying that live on a live mode, it is able to say that customer wants to know the top 10 activity or something like so. It is similar to kind of product analytics. Here we can name it as like a bot analytics. Okay, since the things are changing, so it is showing me yeah. So I think I made a mistake here, but let us see what it is throwing out. But anyway, it has understood that sold is the word, and it is showing me the word. So I want it with the total amount. I want it this way. Let us see how it is giving me output. So since it is my knowledge is only one CSV file, it is showing me like this. But whereas if my knowledge base is in different sites, it will be showing whichever knowledge source it has acted. Okay. Yeah. So it is getting buffered, I think, but we'll be able to see the summary over here. And if I go to analytics, I'll be able to see what all I have did over this. So previously I have created this, so it is showing me the traction, how this bot has engaged, whether it has created any error. So how about the source used, all those metrics, right? So in the knowledge, I have uploaded that CSV file as you see here, right? And if I go to overview, it is all about the instructions. So earlier the instructions was having just 2 lines, but here in this instructions, it would be having a detailed way, right? This is what I have given, right? So how I want this bot to be acted. So first I am telling that, hey, act like an analytics agent for sales manager. Take your input in the CSV file. And I'm just also mentioning about the response principles as well. So it should be data-driven insight, actionable recommendation, contextual awareness, personalized based on the role, right? And also I'm mentioning how the format should be based on the questions and all those things. Based on refine and refine and refine in this instruction part, my bot will be more better. Okay, I cannot say that it is 100% replaceable for Excel or Power BI, but it is a good way to get started, right? Just coming back to the previous example, if an employee need to go through all the insurance policy related document and come up to a conclusion, it will take a lot of time, right? Or else he want to wait for the HR to reply back. Whereas if he is having a bot like this, he can get an initial glimpse of idea. Okay, this is what the policy is. This is what I can do. This is what I cannot do, and all those things, right? So in this way, the bot is really helpful, right? And I'm very sure that this bot will get more mature further, where the accuracy and the dependency of this bot would get increased more and more. Okay, so yeah, this is just a demo web application you can consider where I have deployed the same bot in this web application. Okay, I don't know why it is taking some time. Just give me some minute. Okay, I have changed the authentication mode. Give me a minute, I'll change it. So for demo related demo website, authentication need to be set as no authentication. This is not recommended for the actual uh, uh, production bots, but for this particular demo, I'm just using it as no authentication. So my bot is ready, and as you could see here, I'm out of Copilot, and I'm able to access the sales insights bot as well. Let me ask a different question. Profit margin. By the way, I'll also go to the bot and check what is happening. I think it is still buffering, but things will be flowing over here, right? I'll see in analytics. Yeah, I'm able to see some data spikes over here. Yeah. So for my question, it is able to answer that, okay, profit margin can be calculated, and it is giving me the calculation as well, right? Which product has highest profit? So it is showing me that this is a particular product that has highest profit. So let me ask something crazy. How did you compute it? So this is how it is showing it as computing computer. Yeah. So I hope this is giving a good glimpse of how a bot works. And what about this slide? Yeah, I think I have covered all these things. I'll go back to the slide once again. So once we have created the bot, yeah, it is able to generate the answers. And yeah, with a simple file upload, you can give the knowledge base. And yeah, this is what I have did, like chatting with my own data. Earlier, I created a template, and now I'm going to give now I gave my own data, right? So I think that's it from my end, Rashmika. If there are any questions, I can take it up. Rashmika?
Yes, I think we don't have any questions at the moment. Only one question. I'm not sure about the person's name, but then he or she's asking, can I get a graphical output from agent instead of text output?
I think now it is not possible. Now it is giving only text output, but I hope it will be able to give some graphical output as well. Because I understand where you come. This Copilot Studio is not intended to create data analytics related agents alone. It is intended to create any kind of agents, right? So that is why text is given preference, but I'm sure that in future, graphical output also should be able to be possible.
Thanks, Dinesh. I have another question. Now, I saw that you were kind
Yeah.
of adding a few Excel sheets, right? Data and all. Is there any
Yes.
limitation on the size of the file, or is there a particular format that we have to follow? Any
Yeah.
generic
So
suggestions on that?
okay, I got the question. Uh, with respect to the size of the file, I tried somewhere around 100 MB. It was working. This
Mm-hmm.
particular file is 4,900 rows. It is fairly like 10 MB or 5 MB. That's all. But I tried until 100 MB. It was working fine. Okay, but
Okay.
there will be a hard limit definitely. But I couldn't find that information anywhere. But there will be a hard limit somewhere around maybe 1 GB or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is one part regarding to the size On the other side, you will be able to add any text-based files. Okay, as you could see here, text-based files are supported, but not images, audios, and video or executables are not supported. Okay.
Okay.
On the other hand, you can also add public websites as well. Okay, you can add public website, or you can add SharePoint. You can integrate SharePoint, or you can add your database folder as well. Okay, so these are the, if it is a public website, it will scrap the data and use it for you. That is what the previous demo I was showing, which was around that help desk, right? And now I have uploaded it from my local machine into this where this way. Or if I already have database, some data in my database, it is all just going to select from this database and creating the Copilot. Okay, I think this would be the easiest version to get started, because it doesn't involve much of complication or something like that, because it is the data is still present within Microsoft environment, right?
Very true. So I think definitely we have to try our hands with different types of data to see what kind of error we get, or how does the bot reacts to it, or should we kind of split the files into 2 or 3 partitions, or load it in one file. I think that's all an experimental mode. People have to try and learn. That's a part
Yes,
of the learning journey. So I think
true.
everybody
Actually,
would get some
one
idea
more thing
about it.
is, while I was trying with different files, I was in the position to change this instruction constantly, so that I make my bot as intelligent as possible. It is not like, hey, I have the CSV, you analyze. It was not working, right? I also tried uploading some domain specific data, and that domain specific data is able to be uh, questioned questioned able to better with this agent only when I given the context of that data, schema information, what each column means and all those things. But this particular data, it is really easy to understand. So maybe without the schema itself, it is able to understand. So this is the main part, like how programmers are programming in Visual Studio. If a business user want to create a bot with no code, this is the programming part. And that is why people are calling English as new programming language.
I know, I know. All right. And yeah, I think Ose from the audience is kind of responding to few of the questions. Thank you, Ose, for your attentive responses. Thank you. And so we do have a couple of questions more if you're okay to take it, Dinesh.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we have from Nirav Kumar. He say, is it multimodal or accepts only text input?
It is multimodal. I can have
Okay.
CSV file. Okay, multimodal in the sense, no, it is not multimodal. I understand. Sorry, it is not multimodal. It will be only text based. It cannot accept images, audio, or video.
Okay. And yeah, a couple of more questions. Is there any threshold limit in Copilot as Microsoft decides with SharePoint and Power Apps?
Kamal,
As we have the split
sorry, can you
screen.
come again?
Okay, I think Rashmita is highlighting it on the screen, but still repeat it. Is there any threshold limit in Copilot as Microsoft decides with SharePoint and Power Apps?
Yeah, that is what. As of now, I couldn't find that information like a hard limit, because this is released or made general just a month or 2 months back. So there is no hard limit specified as of now. But if it is SharePoint and Dataverse, definitely there won't be any hard limit. I guess there will be uh, there will be hard limit, maybe in terms of scrapping the content or uploading this file. And as you could see there, 512 MB. There won't be any hard limit for if your data is residing in Microsoft environment, which is SharePoint or
Okay.
Dataverse.
All right. So there's another business workflow related question from Rajesh Yadav. He says, I want to
Yeah.
build a business workflow. I want to trigger a
Okay.
business process and check status of a process and proceed with further process. How to achieve it?
Yes, it is possible. I can show it with the help of slide. Give me a minute. So in the meanwhile, I'll just tell us an example. Like
Sure, please go ahead.
let us say you have built a bot for credit card or something like that. Okay, and the person is asking, hey, I have issue with the card. Okay, what? Okay, yeah, this is the slide. I'll just show it. Yeah. So the user is just asking issue with my card. That's all. Okay. So based on the question, if we have already added the respective topics, if the question is related to card, then ask further question whether it is debit card or credit card. Also, whether ask the question whether the question is related to blocking or unblocking. Right. Based on these different topics, we can add a condition and we can route it to different types of actions. Right. If it is debit, navigate it to debit card. If it is credit, navigate it to credit card. Right. So this particular portion I don't have in my demo right now, but I think it is understandable like this.
Yes, definitely. Dinesh, thank you so much. And we do have few more questions coming in. So we will take this offline and answer the questions. So audience, please feel free to reach Dinesh. He's available on LinkedIn to answer your queries. Maybe today's technical glitch is kind of actually stopping him from doing it so. But definitely he's open for questions. We will leave the social handles of Dinesh who will answer all your questions. Or we might come up with another part 3 of the Copilot Studio custom agent. So thank you so much, Dinesh. It was wonderful having you again in Copilot Chronicles, and looking forward for more sessions and collaborations with you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Rashmita, for being a great host. And thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Thank you
Thanks for
so
your
much.
patience. Thanks.